This is State Representative Neal reporting from your capital. Today is Tuesday, February 24th, and I'm happy to report to you that today the House Education Subcommittee of Appropriations passed our recommended budget just about an hour ago, actually. It's been a challenging process as falling revenues has forced us to find $2.6 billion in cuts. As you know, reductions of this magnitude are not possible without the cooperation of many people. Governor Perdue asked each department within state government to make cuts to their budget last year when it was obvious that we were going to be facing this revenue shortfall. I want to congratulate those departments for their hard work over the last few months. It takes a great deal of effort and sacrifice from everyone involved to find reductions and continue providing services with this kind of reduced budget. The leadership of the House Appropriations Committee, the leadership of the Senate Appropriations Committee, and the Governor have worked very well together this year in trimming the budget by $2.6 billion. Republicans and Democrats have come together to help us resolve this current budget situation. I may be a little partial, but I believe the staff of the House Budget Office consists of the brightest minds anywhere when it comes to budget writing. What an incredible job they have done. Today's House recommendations addresses some key issues within education. While we agreed with the Governor's recommendations on many of his line items, there are some key differences that we saw needed to be addressed. Some of those are as follows. In Information Technology Services, the Governor had recommended $87,000 in cuts to the ETTCs. The House is recommending those funds be restored. Non-quality basic education grants, the Governor had recommended cuts of more than $218,000, and the House is recommending that $200,000 of those funds be restored. The Governor had recommended cutting RESA operations funds by $138,000, and the House Committee has recommended restoring those RESA funds. The Governor also had recommended cutting state schools' operating budget by $291,000, and our House Committee has recommended restoring that $291,000 for state school operating funds. The Governor recommended an additional $145 million in austerity cuts, and the House Committee has chosen to recognize $145 million from the federal stimulus to restore that funding. We're still uncertain about how the federal stimulus is going to affect us and impact us in the budget as we move forward. And we hope to have a better understanding of that as we move into 2010 and we get a little more direction from the Federal Department of Education. Even as I speak, appropriations subcommittees are continuing to work on passage of their budgets. The full Appropriations Committee will meet tomorrow morning to vote out the entire 09 amended budget. The plan is to have this budget on the House floor by Thursday for a vote. The Senate will then have to take up the 09 amended while the House turns our attention to the 2010 budget next week. I can't say enough about the cooperation between the House and the Senate, the Governor, and the state departments as we move through this process. I've always been taught that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And I've been witnessing that truth on display throughout this entire process. Ultimately, though, I want to thank state employees across Georgia for stepping up in this time of difficulty. We will continue to strive in Georgia despite this economic downturn because hardworking Georgians will continue to go above and beyond the call of duty to make sure the job gets done. Thank you, and may God bless you.